What's up, guys? College football free plays coming in hot. We're gonna go through four of them. It's kind of late, and I'm getting this video out a little late, which I'm sorry about. I was sweating a couple of props. We went 5 of 6 on our Prize Picks Flex Friday 6-man. Um, it missed by 1 yard. We had the quarterback over 219 and a half. He had 219 yards. Um, I think you can't do anything about it, man. That's betting for you. I'm not too mad because we had a profitable day, so I'll take the 2x and move on. Like I said, it's protected anyways, so it doesn't even matter. We got 2x back, but we still had a profitable day. We had a 3-man for 5x. Y'all's free play on Instagram with Damian Lillard missed by 2 points. He had like 24 at I think like the 8-minute mark or something, and he just couldn't get there. He couldn't score 2 points in 8 minutes. But like I said, that is gambling. That's gonna happen. Expect it, and your play doesn't hit until the player goes over that line. So don't pre-cash anything, don't pre-chalk anything, because something crazy could happen. Like a player could drop 20 points in a quarter. You just don't know, man. That's gambling. So um, that's all. I'm not gonna rant about it too much more. But yeah, we had a 5 of 6 on a 6-man for Flex Friday. Hit a 3-man. Nearly swept the entire prop board I gave y'all on the YouTube video yesterday. So I hope y'all cashed out today with those props that we gave out because we had a lot of them that hit. And I told y'all, and the game's not over yet in the UNLV San Jose State game, but I told y'all to take unders on the quarterbacks and their wide receivers because of the rain, and both quarterbacks are sub 70 yards right now, and it is the third quarter. There's 5 minutes left in the third quarter, and both quarterbacks are still sub 70 yards. So I hope y'all listen to me on that. I know a lot of people are taking their overs because they've been going over, but the weather just dictated it. And like I said, I just feel like they're not going to be throwing in that weather, and they haven't. So there's that. But anyways, let's get into the free play. This first one's going to be on BETR. The next three, we're giving y'all 4 free plays. The next 3 are going to be on DABBLE, so make sure you have both of these apps. Use code BRYCE on BETR. It helps me out. I keep helping y'all out. Please help me out. Make sure you also like and comment and subscribe. I know I'm asking a lot of y'all. Not really. But so seriously, I appreciate it. Appreciate all the support. Like, comment, subscribe. Even if your comments just like thank you or you don't even have to thank me, dude. Like I don't care. Just comment something. It's good for the algorithm. I really don't care what you comment. But yeah, use code BRYCE. It'll give you a deposit match up to $200. Helps me. I help you. Scratch my back, you scratch, or I scratch yours, you scratch mine. That kind of thing. But anyways, let's get into it. Ashton Genty. Let's break these down. Genty over 192.5. Very high line. I'm sure a lot of people are fading him because of last week or whatever. But I told y'all last week we actually took Genty under last week. But I think he's going to go over this week. Wyoming's allowing 6.2 yards per carry against running backs or something crazy. And Genty, as we all know, is one of the better backs in the country. I still think there's a couple backs better than him, like this guy right here. He just doesn't get used as much. I mean, he does, but um, I don't know why it's so. I guess Genty and his touchdown production. I'm not sure. I think Omari Hampton's a better running back than him, but that's not what we're here discussing. I keep getting rambling. Genty over 192. Wyoming allows 6.2 yards per carry. Even if they stack the box, I don't think they're going to stop him. Colorado State their running backs ran for 200 and some yards last week. I think it was an Army guy. I think it was Army's running back or somebody's running back that ran for 202 yards. I can't remember the team. I would pull it up, but just take my word for it, or you can look it up. But there's been multiple running backs or a committee of running backs that have gone for over 200 yards against Wyoming, and I think Ashton Genty will be one of them after tomorrow. So I'm taking him over 192.5. Omari and Hampton over 117.5. I'm sure everybody's on this line, but I'm still going to take it. They're feeding him. They're giving him 25 carries a game, if not more, sometimes 30. And Boston College is allowing 5.3 yards per carry. So you do the math. 5.3 times 25 is what, 130 something? I'll do the math just to make y'all happy. 5.3 times, say he gets 20, we'll go minimum 25. So yeah, 132.5 This line should probably be like 126.5, 127, somewhere in that. So 10 yards difference, I'm going to take it. 117.5 yards. Give me it all day long. Deshaun Stribling, however you say his name, over 69.5 yards. If y'all watched my video about the Oklahoma State Texas Tech game, you know why I like Stribling. Texas Tech is allowing 290 yards in the air per game. They're allowing 290 yards in the air. Stribling is the big play guy for Oklahoma State. I think Oklahoma State's going to be trailing in this game for the most part, so I think they're going to be throwing, and I think Stribling could have a big game. So I'm going to take him here over 69.5 yards. I would probably set his line around 81.5. So that gives us 12 yards to work with. I'm going to take him over 69.5. Colston Loveland, aka the only offensive production for Michigan Wolverines. This guy gets 10, 11, 12 targets per game. We can look it up. But he's been on a hot streak too. And Davis Warren, I don't even know his first name. I think it's Davis. Davis Warren loves this guy. I'm going to take Loveland over 59.5 yards, and I'll show you why. All right, so here we go. 10 targets, 9 targets, 9 targets, 11 targets, 12 targets. Not Davis Warren starting, 11 targets, 9 targets. So whenever Davis Warren starts, this guy gets 9+ targets in every game. He didn't go over against Indiana, to be expected. Indiana has a good defense, so that makes sense. But he went over against Oregon, Michigan State, Illinois, all three really good defenses. Didn't go over against, I think that's Washington. He still had 6 catches. That's enough for me to still like it. If you had told me Loveland gets 6 catches, he's probably going to get 60 yards. And then, like I said, Warren wasn't starting against Minnesota. Warren wasn't starting in this game either. Warren started in both these games. Texas 70 yards, 87 yards. So whenever Davis Warren is starting, he's hit this line in every game except for 2. And one is against Indiana, who's a really good defense in the passing game, and then Minnesota. Washington, where he had 6 catches still. So if you're telling me he's gets 6 catches tomorrow, he's going to go over 59.5. In my eyes, Northwestern has one of the worst defenses against tight ends in the league. Like, let me pull it up for y'all. I know I said I'm going to make this quick, and we're already at the 8-minute mark. But if you want to make money and you like listening or like learning, this is for you. Let's see who they play. They're playing Northwestern. All right, Northwestern, 377 yards on 35 catches. So they're allowing, what is that? I can't do it. 377 divided by 35, 10.7 yards per catch. And their completion percentage to tight ends is 67%. If he gets 10 targets, that's around 7 receptions. So he should be around like 72 yards, 73 yards. So this is off by 13 yards in my eyes, a little bit more. So I like this slip a lot, man. Yeah, this is one of the 23 slips that we have sent out. It's not too late to join premium. We'll get to that later. But yeah, first play right here on Better Picks. Use code BRYCE for a deposit match. Next, they're going to be on Dabble. You all should know the rule with Dabble or how this goes. Use code MORRISBROS. You get yourself a free $25. You can put like $8.25 on each of these next 3, and just split it up evenly. And if one of them hits, then you're up big. But yeah, it's free $25, no deposit needed. Just type in the code MORRISBROS whenever you download Dabble, and it'll give you a free $25. So make sure you do that. Anyways, let's get into it. 10x slip here. Kyle McCord, Trevor Pena, Oronde Gadsden. These guys have been printing us money all season long. We're going to go back to them here against UConn. They're playing in the dome. I forget what the dome's called, but they're in the Syracuse dome. McCord's pretty comfortable there. So against UConn, I think they should have some success. UConn has had a pretty good pass defense, but they've played a bunch of nobodies. Like, it's UConn. They're not seeing Kyle McCord, Trevor Pena, Oronde Gadsden every week. So I really like these 3 guys. I think 298 is a good line for McCord. So yeah, we're going to take these 3 guys and then take it with Trey Harris for Ole Miss. Trey Harris's first game back in like 4 weeks. He's been injured, which sucks because Trey Harris is such a good player and I love watching him play. And more importantly, I love betting on Trey Harris. Jackson Dart says that Trey Harris is the best wide receiver in college football. I would disagree, but Trey Harris is a very good football player, and as long as Jackson Dart likes him, I like him because Jackson Dart will throw him the football. So, um, first play here on Dabble, 10x. Yeah, uh, not a whole lot there. Trey Harris is playing Florida. Pretty good secondary from Florida, but like I said, Trey Harris is going to get the targets, hopefully, and he should get the catches and big play. He's a big play machine, so I like this right here for 10x. Moving on, LSU. Everybody hates LSU right now because they suck. They haven't been cashing their overs. Don't care. They're playing Vanderbilt at home. Brian Kelly. What is his name? Brian Kelly? I think it's Brian Kelly. His coaching job is on the line in my eyes. I think they need a win, and I think they're going to just stat pad. I honestly think they're going to wax Vandy. I think they're going to wax Vandy and pour that shit on. All three of these guys need a big game, especially Nussmeier. He's getting drafted next year. He needs to improve the stock a little bit because he's been slouching the last couple of games. So him and Lacey are going to have a big game, and then Aaron Anderson's going to have a big game as well. So I like these three, and then Anthony Hankerson. This dude is scoring a touchdown tomorrow. I don't care. He's scoring a touchdown tomorrow. Washington State's run defense is abysmal. I wanted to take his rushing yards. It wasn't available, but I like his touchdown as well. And let me show you why. Washington State, 11 touchdowns in 10 games allowed to running backs. So if you do, and more importantly, let's look at the rushing yards allowed per game. So 1404 divided by 208, 6.7 yards per carry, 6.75 yards per carry. This dude gets 20 carries a game normally. Last week was an outlier, and I'll show you why. All right, so look. 30 carries, 16 carries, 17 carries, 28 carries, 26 carries, 20 carries, 15 carries, 16 carries, 24 carries. Last week, 6 carries. Why? If you didn't watch the game, Air Force controlled 45 minutes of game clock, meaning Oregon State had 15 minutes of offensive possession, and in that offensive possession time, they were throwing the football because they were losing. So, just wasn't scripted for him last week. Unfortunate because we had him, but like I said, this guy normally gets 20 plus carries a game. And when he does, he scores a touchdown. He only didn't score in last week's game, which makes sense, and then against Cal. But let's be real, Washington State is no Cal, and Washington State is not going to control the ball for 45 minutes. So take him to score a touchdown here, or his rushing yards. If his rushing yards are lower than like 100, I would take it. Let me actually see what his rushing yard, if they have it up yet. Let's look. We'll look together. If it is, I'll be betting on it tomorrow. I promise you that. This is probably one of my favorite plays tomorrow, if he's sub 100 yards, which I don't know if he will be. If he is sub 100 yards, then somebody messed up and we will be betting it. They don't even have it up. That's Dabble that doesn't have it up. Be patient with me, peeps. Be patient with me, guys. I'm trying to explain all the plays and shit. I like to explain it. I like to walk y'all through it so y'all can learn and what I'm doing. I don't see anybody with his yardage line. I don't think anybody does have a yardage line popped up, which is unfortunate. But it would make sense, bro. They might be scared because I would be scared to put a lineup for him. I don't see anybody with a lineup for Anthony Hankerson's rushing yards. Let me see if BRYCE has him. If they don't, just take his touchdown. And then if you see, I don't see anywhere with his yardage line. Just take his touchdown for now. If you see his yards pop up and it's sub 100, even dude, let me be real with you. Sub 110, take it. If it's under 110 rushing yards tomorrow and you see it, take it. But yeah, I like this play in the meantime. 9.5x, LSU, and Anthony Hankerson anytime touchdown. Take it. All right, last but not least, Tyler Show and company for Louisville versus Pitt. This is a big ACC game. Believe it or not. I think both teams are 7-3, 7-3. I think both of these teams are 7-3. Both need a win, and they're at Louisville. So I think Tyler Show, Ja'Cory Brooks, Chris Bell should have some success. We saw Clemson have some success in the passing game last week against Pitt. Pitt did play Syracuse really well. Don't know what that was about, but normally Pitt's defense has been pretty lenient against passing yards and receiving yards. So We're going to take these three to go over and pair it with Missouri running back Nate Noel against Mississippi State. I can explain Nate Noel as well. Let me pull this up. I should have never exited out of it. I don't know why I always do that. Nate Noel. Here we go. All right. So let's look at his game log here. So as you see, at the beginning of the year, he was getting 22, 24, and then last week he finally had 27 carries. I'm not sure what happened in this 4-week span. I want to say injury, but I think he's back to getting his normal carries. This is one I'm a little bit more in the middle of, but I still like his line because Mississippi State's run defense is atrocious. Atrocious. I can't say that word. Anyways, they're allowing 4.5 or 5.4 yards per carry. So if he needs what, like 17 carries? 5.4 times 17. Yeah, he needs about 17 carries to go over this line, which I think he should get against Mississippi State. So yeah, I took Louisville with Nate Noel. If you want to pair these three with somebody else, you can. I do like Nate Noel, so you can tail it how it is, or mix it up, whatever you want to do. But yeah, this is the 3 dabble slips I really like. Just make sure you sign up with code MORRISBROS to get your free $25, no deposit needed on Dabble. And then here is your BETR slip one more time. Just use promo code BRYCE on BETR for $200 deposit match, or up to $200 deposit match, I should say. All of the apps will be linked below with a link you can click to download immediately. My code should be inserted automatically for you, but if you'd rather just go download it on your own, use my code, that's fine too. And then talking about premium, we have 23 slips sent out for tomorrow. I love them all, of course, but more importantly, oh, y'all weren't supposed to see that. I hate when they fucking do that shit. More importantly, they're mathematically put together, which means over the long term we should profit. And I'll show you what that looks like for the people that want to stay a little bit longer. It's actually really good information, and I recommend that you do stay for it. But real quick, I'm going to leave these up until kickoff tomorrow at noon. Just use code Friday for either the monthly or season pass to get it 50% off. Once kickoff starts tomorrow, I'm going to take it down. But just use code Friday. You get 50% off either package. The weekend pass, I didn't do it for the season pass. Okay, just for the monthly pass then. I'm sorry. Just for the monthly pass, use code Friday. Weekend pass, it's just, I don't have a code for it. It's 15 bucks. But you get 23 slips for tomorrow, and then all the NFL slips as well. If you get the monthly pass, you get all the slips for tomorrow, all the slips for Sunday, and the rest of the month, obviously. And it comes with Discord, so pretty good deal here. But like I said, if you want the weekend pass, you can. You just have to make sure once you buy the pass that you go look at our previous posts, because that's going to be where all the slips are. Because we got them out nice and early, because I try my best to get those out early for my people. Anyways, what was I going to show you? Oh yeah. So let me show you how I structure these slips. And I'll actually give you another free slip right here, because this is one of the slips that I'll give you one of the slips that we took. So let me show you something. Let's take, oh, not this game. Here's going to be another free slip. All right, so we took, all right, that just ruined it. I can't do that. I got to find the games real quick, y'all. Ole Miss should be up here. I know Ole Miss, all right, there they are. All right. All right, we did that, and then come down here to Colorado versus Kansas. Are they a 4 o'clock start? When do they play? 3:30? Here they are. Come down to Shadur's passing touchdowns at 2.5, and then Travis Hunter. Perfect. All right, so you see how this is paying you 841 plus 841? You come over here to chalkboard, and I'll just show you all on the screen, or my little camera if you can see me. All right, I don't know if y'all can see this. Hang on. Why is it not? Give me 1 second. Try to get this working for y'all. Be patient, young Padawan. All right, here we go. All right, so you see how that's plus 841 on FanDuel? It's now, I don't know if y'all can see that, but it's 12.3x on Chalkboard. And so what you have to account for is really this is plus 9.5x. Because if you put in 50, they're going to pay you 420, or I guess better to do 10. If you put in 10, they're going to give you 884 in profit, and then they're going to give you your $10 back. So really, it's plus 941 compared to how these fantasy apps do it. Whereas Chalkboard's going to pay you $123. So that's a $30 difference essentially. So Chalkboard's going to pay you 3x more than FanDuel. And you got to remember, FanDuel pays all these statistical nerds to figure out the best algorithms and stuff to figure out what the payout should be for this slip for them not to lose money long term, right? So whenever you're taking that into account, Chalkboard's going to pay you 3x more. So long term, you're going to make money on Chalkboard considering the statistical nerds in their computers saying that you should only be getting paid $84, not $123. You know what I mean? I don't know if that makes sense, but I hope it does. I hope it's registering in your brain. Chalkboard is paying you more than these billion-dollar companies that are hiring statistical nerds to figure out these payouts and the computers that figure out these payouts. So it should be a no-brainer to put it together and be like, all right, if I take these long-term, I should profit. And that's what we've been doing, and that's what I'm trying to express to y'all. I'm not some get-rich-quick guru guy. You can make a lot of money in a very, very short time doing this. But it some weeks it's a grind, man. And I don't know if that many people understand that, and people just want to keep going to these guys that gravitate towards heavy promotion, that they're in Lambos and shit. I actually know one dude that does this, but he actually does it the right way. But he's older than me. He's 9 years older than me or whatever. Shout out sports betting education. Smart guy over there, but he's been getting a lot of hate because, anyways. But yeah, that's the math behind all this shit, man. I promise y'all, I do a lot of work. I was on Discord live stream for 9 hours, Thursday and Friday total, with people in the Discord, showing them how I do it, and hopefully providing them some knowledge. And you can ask any of those guys in the Discord that I'm in the live stream, working away for hours putting these slips together, man. Like, I'm not just throwing these shits out there. I'm not like, 23 seems like a lot, and that I just probably, throw shit on the wall and hope it sticks. But no, that's not what happens, bro. Like, I'm sitting in front of this computer, grinding this shit out, making sure that we're getting the mathematical advantage, and we are. On all four of these slips that I showed y'all right here, this is all mathematical advantage. You just have to trust the long game. Like, honestly, these all four could miss tomorrow. Like, it's gambling. Like I'm saying, like I told you at the beginning of the video, it's gambling. But mathematically, long term, we will win. So, tail as is. If you don't want to, don't. I don't care. But I hope y'all at least trust me and consider me as a useful source of information and good picks. So, anyways, y'all, that's all I got for y'all tonight. Sorry the video ran a little long. I like to vent and rant and talk about what I do, so, and why I do it. Because I know sometimes it doesn't process through y'all's brains. Not because y'all are dumb, but just because y'all haven't had anyone show you. Like, I've had people show me how this shit works, and I might not have believed it at first, and then I started doing it, and it works, man. It makes you money long term, and that's all I give a shit about. So I'm gonna keep doing it. I'm gonna keep doing it, and hopefully y'all will start and join me and trust me. And like I said, everything that you need will be linked below. Sorry the shit ran so long. Leave me a comment, leave me a like, leave me a subscribe. I appreciate y'all, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace.